6. Accidental flirting. Moves that drive women wild without you even realizing. You ever do something completely normal and notice a woman reacting way more than you expected? Like she's suddenly intrigued, maybe even a little hooked. Yeah, that wasn't an accident. Let's talk about why. 1. The confident voice and tonality. You might not even realize it, but the way you speak, it says everything about you. A deep, relaxed voice, one that's slow, steady, and effortless, tells a woman exactly what kind of man she's dealing with. Confidence, dominance, emotional control. And trust me, she picks up on it instantly. Now compare that to the guy who talks too fast, stumbles over his words, or lets his voice crack when he gets nervous. She feels it just like she feels it when a man speaks with calm, deliberate authority, like he knows exactly who he is. And that is magnetic. There's also something about a playful, teasing tone that hooks a woman's attention. When a man playfully challenges her without trying too hard, it creates that irresistible tension. Like if he smirks and says, "Oh, you think you could keep up with me?" That's cute. It's not what he says. It's the way he delivers it. And then there's the lowered voice, that subtle shift when he leans in, slows down and drops his tone just a little. It creates an intimacy, a moment that feels just for her. And it works without him even trying. So no, it's not about faking a deep voice or forcing anything. It's about being calm, collected, and in control. And when a man speaks like that, he doesn't have to try to be attractive. He just is. 2. The power of intense eye contact. Most men have no idea how powerful their gaze really is. But women, oh, we feel it instantly. See. When a man holds eye contact just a second longer than expected, without flinching, without looking away nervously, it sends a message, not one of desperation, not one of awkwardness, but one of quiet confidence. And that's irresistible. Think about it. A guy who constantly looks away, avoids her gaze, or fidgets too much. He feels unsure, unsteady. But a man who meets her eyes, lets the moment linger, and then maybe smirks just a little before looking away. That's the kind of man who makes her stomach flip before she even realizes why. And then there's the look away and return effect. Ever notice how when a man glances away and then looks back at her, it suddenly intensifies everything? That's because the second look feels intentional, like he meant to check her out, like she caught his attention. And women love feeling noticed by the right man. Here's the trick, though. It's not about staring her down. It's about holding just enough eye contact to create that pull. That tension, that unspoken energy between you. Do it right and she'll start wondering what's behind that gaze. What else you're confident about? Because when a man knows how to use his eyes, he doesn't even need to say a word, she already feels it. 3. Commanding body language. You know what's funny? Most men try way too hard to impress a woman with words, when really she's already sizing him up before he even speaks. It's all in the body language, the way he stands, moves, and owns his space. And when a man does this naturally, he doesn't just attract her, he pulls her in. Take posture. A man who stands tall, shoulders relaxed, chest slightly open, he radiates confidence without even trying. Compare that to the guy who hunches over, shifts his weight nervously, or fidgets too much. One looks like a leader, the other like he's hoping for permission to exist. Women feel that difference instantly. Then there's the relax lean, one of the biggest unconscious attraction signals ever seen. A man casually leaning against a bar or a doorway, looking completely at ease. That effortless, uncomfortable, anywhere energy. It's magnetic, it shows he's unbothered, unpressed, and completely in control of himself. And let's not forget slow, controlled movements, a guy who moves with intention, who doesn't rush, doesn't fidget, commands attention. He walks into a room like he belongs there. And women love that, so no. Attraction isn't about puffing out your chest or acting tough. It's about moving like a man who knows exactly who he is. Because when a guy's body language says strength, ease, and control, a woman notices whether he meant to flirt or not. 4. Casual touch that feels natural. Most men don't realize how powerful the right kind of touch can be. And no, we're not talking about anything obvious or aggressive. We're talking about those subtle, effortless touches, the ones that make a woman feel something before she even knows why. Like when a guy places a light hand on the small of her back, as he guides her through a crowded room, or when he casually touches her arm during a conversation, just for a second, barely enough to register, but enough to spark something. Here's the thing. Women notice how comfortable a man is with touch. If he's hesitant, stiff, or avoids it altogether, it can make the interaction feel cold. But if he's naturally at ease with it, like it's just part of how he moves through the world, it instantly makes him more attractive. Why? Because it signals confidence. It shows that he's comfortable in his own skin, which makes her feel comfortable too. And that's rare. Most guys either overthink it or avoid it completely. Which is why a man who naturally integrates touch, without even trying to flirt, can drive women wild. The key. It should feel effortless. No grabbing, no clinging, just simple, relaxed, and in the moment. Do that, and trust me, she'll feel it. And once a woman associates a man with that kind of energy, he won't need to chase her. She'll want to be close to him all on her own. 5. Unintended displays of status and leadership. Here's a little secret. Women are constantly scanning for leaders. Not necessarily the loudest guy in the room, not the show-off, but the man who naturally takes charge without even realizing it. It's in the little things, like the guy who confidently orders at a restaurant instead of we're hesitating over the menu, or the one who, when a group is deciding where to go next, casually says, "Let's check out this spot. I think you'll love it." No hesitation, no seeking approval, just effortless leadership. Women feel that a man who owns his decisions, who moves with certainty, automatically stands out. Because most guys, they look around waiting for someone else to lead. They hesitate, overthink, or try too hard to please. And that kills attraction instantly. And it's not just about decision-making. It's how a man carries himself in any environment. If he walks into a room and seems at ease, like he belongs there, other people pick up on it. Women pick up on it, and that is status. The best part, this kind of leadership isn't about wealth, looks, or flashy displays. It's about energy. A man who moves through the world with quiet confidence, who doesn't seek permission to lead, becomes magnetic without even trying. And when a woman sees a man like that, she doesn't just notice, she wants to be around him. 6. The unintentional challenge factor. You know what drives women crazy, but in the best way, a man who isn't immediately obviously available, not because he's playing games, but because he's genuinely focused on his own world. See, most guys, when they meet a woman that they're attracted to, lean in, they try too hard. They seek validation, and instantly the dynamic shifts. She knows she has the upper hand, but a man who's just a little bit harder to pin down, who's interested but not chasing, that's the guy who gets stuck in her head. It's the difference between a man who drops everything for her versus one who takes his time to respond because, well, he has a life, or the guy who gives her just enough attention to keep things fun, but never acts like she's the center of his world. That tiny bit of uncertainty, it pulls her in. Why? Because women are wired to want what feels just out of reach. The moment a man is too easy to available, he loses that spark. But when he's just a little unpredictable, when she's not quite sure how much he's into her, she can't help but lean in. And here's the best part. The men who create this fact, they're just naturally busy, naturally confident, and naturally moving at their own pace. And that's exactly why women want them more. If this is making sense, drop a comment. Hit like and let me know. Have you ever noticed yourself doing any of these without realizing? And if you want to know what makes a woman truly high value, don't miss the next video. Relationship green flags, psychological signs of a high-value woman. Trust me, knowing these will save you a lot of time and headaches. So hit that subscribe button. Turn on notifications and I'll see you there.